They're implementing a race-based grading system, bro.
Oh no, here we go with this bullshit.
What is it? Facial recognition or something?
No, bro. Race, not face-based. Race-based.
So what they doing? What they talking
You're about to find out right here, dog. Check this out. Let me play this real quick. This side. All right. I fucking hate when this is happening.
Oh, the little black lady right there. She old little Thriller, ain't she?
You said it.
Oh, Thriller.
I might have to
Learn about the
concur.
high school that plans to implement a race-based grading system next school year. The Oak Park River and Forest High School will adjust its grading scales based off of skin color. Let's see what that means. This plan is called Transformative Education, Professional Development, and Grading, which is just a lot of words for woke BS. The current grading system disproportionately hurts the grades of black people, and black students can no longer be docked for missing class, misbehaving in school, or failing to turn in their assignments, because apparently only black people can do this, and black people cannot do better. The SAT failure rate is 77% of black students, 49% for Hispanics, 27% for Asians, and 25% for whites, but I wonder why that is. The assumption of these policies are actually very racist. Let me explain. First, it would assume that black people are inferior to white people and cannot live up to the same standards as white people. Second, you would have to assume that misbehaving, not showing up to class, and not turning in assignments is something that is an inherently
We
black
understand
thing.
why
It's
this shit is
something that whites
inherently
cannot.
racist.
But you feel what I'm
Is
saying?
it real though? Did you look up the shit that he was talking about? Because when you
Yeah.
sent it to me, I ain't even like watched the whole video. I was like, bro, this is ridiculous. They cannot have written a fucking curriculum based on separating the grading by color of skin. That has to be.
But you know what, bro?
He said the name of it.
Yeah, I'm going to let it play right now.
What were you gonna say, Ronnie? Go ahead while we look at it.
Now that we us men right here, we are a social alliance of things that we believe in that correspond with, current events in today's society, right? So what I'm saying is, man, just for us, like us group, this us men right here, what would you think would be the solution? Just for our shit. Because the world, they gonna have their own thoughts of what they think.
Right.
But what you think our salute, like us as us men right here,
Right.
that like we brothers. So what would you think would be our solution on what steps we could take, man, to kind of like take the blemish off at least, you know what I'm saying? Like at a small level.
Are you talking about men in general?
Just
or are you
us
talking
right
about
here.
black men?
Like for our principles,
Because I know
of our
this
beliefs.
topic, I was just trying to figure out.
No, the same thing.
Yeah.
But like we talking, like how we talking, we elaborating on the situation.
Right.
But what would you think would be the solution? Like, you know what I'm saying? And your thoughts as us, just us right here. Like we collaborating thoughts, just us.
No doubt.
So like, maybe somebody might inherit our thoughts and be like, yo, yeah, that was a good idea. But I just want to say, because I got a thought that I want to say.
Drop it. Drop
You know
it, because
what I'm
I want to
saying?
kind of get where you're going, because I could speak on things like societally, what I think we need to do as men, or I could speak on just this topic in general. So let me hear where you coming from, so then I could chime in on that.
Because we always been systematically placed in a certain kind of system of some kind, right?
For sure.
Whether it be,
I got it.
Whether it be the red line housing, whether it be, school scores, whether
got
it be where you live, on how the kids learning and all that shit. We've always been on some status thing. So to me, when I see this again, it's like I'm not surprised. Like we're always gonna be on the status of knowledge and shit and whatever, grading and all this, you know what I'm saying? But what do you think we should do, like, as a culture within to like...
This is a complicated topic for me, brother, because, oh, man, that's why I wanted to see where you wanted to start, bro,
Yeah.
because traditionally, outside of whatever they're trying to implement right there, traditionally, I think we could honestly say in our community, when we came up, being like a smart or brainiac or like...
was considered lame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Being a nerd was not cool. You know what I mean? So culturally, like you just said, excelling scholastically was not celebrated. Now, my mom made sure that I didn't fall into that, so she implemented it in the household, and that was mandatory for me. So I can't speak for everybody and how they did it.
It's definitely an individual situation.
That's how I feel. Like if it's made
though.
important, then the kid it'll be important, you know, because. And then in school too, like we had young black scholars, so we had support systems to make it like, even though there's a lot of people over here trying to make you feel uncool because of what you're doing, you could come over here and let us show you some cool shit that this could lead to. Yeah. So they got us a mentor. I actually won a computer through this mentorship. Yeah, they took me to like Toyota and like, you know, big businesses where they would like have these meetings.
You could use the
dinners,
the shit you learned.
And I would sit around these, you know, people. So yeah, as a kid, it opens up what's possible for you.
Right.
And then I would feel bad though, because I knew a lot of my friends didn't have those same experiences, bro. They weren't in the programs I was in.
My son right now.
They weren't in the you know, the AP classes. So I'd be in the AP classes, bro. Wasn't no black men in there. It was like two sisters and me, maybe an Arabian dude, but mostly, you know, it was not us in those classes. So I got a unique experience of that, but as a whole, I wish we
could just pay more attention.
Yeah, and then so I don't agree with them changing no scholastic the grading, but I think the school the way it is isn't catered for our style of learning. For sure. So it's a part, like we said, personal responsibility, like the parents and then the kids themselves, but the system just wasn't designed, you know, for it's designed to indoctrinate. It's not designed to teach you to be your higher self or, you know,
would you agree?
To use your superpowers. It's taught to dim your superpowers as far as I'm concerned.
Now, would you agree?
And give you ADHD pills and shit like Dr. Umar has been pointing out for years and years to deem our boys as unqualified and
Adderall and all that
slow and shit. Yeah. So this is a deep subject, bro.
It is though. You're right.
So what you asked for a solution. Man, I'm homeschooling my kids. I don't know.
But you know what I'm saying? I was once there. I was once there. I don't like that. That's what I'm saying. Like a part of me, once upon a time, I was on some We Are the World shit. Like all in together. Da, da, da. But you ain't gonna have everybody that's gonna work as hard as you the same way. So it's almost like you gotta pull your own weight. Like, bro, I could help you get to the shoreline, but I can't show you how to swim, bro. Like, you gonna figure it out if you want to live.
And here's a good solution. We're not represented enough in the schools. So they're taking direction oftentimes from people that don't look like them.
And then it's a prehistoric schooling.
Right.
From like, you know, it's back in the times of factory worker times. We're still stuck in that.
Right.
So if they advance the kids thing, like what kids like to do, play video games. Okay, show them how to do software where they can create their own video game. Show them how to, because you see they're going that way.
Focus more on the STEM shit.
You know what I'm saying? If they going that way, congratulate that. I'll put a basketball in their hand or a sport item, because you might have a brainiac ass kid that's smart as fuck, and the only way he can get in that college is his physical ability. They don't want to hear about how smart he is and none of that shit, even though he can prove that he is.
Right.
They're like, oh, but how's his throwing arm? Like, what? This nigga got a 5-point thousand, nigga, and you over here talking about how you can throw? Fuck that. You know what I'm saying? So I look at it like, and then too, I think a lot of times, bro, and I'm not gonna say majority of the times, but some stealthily times, it's like with the kids, man, as far as like some of that shit, bro, it's only because kids don't want to show their true talents because they live in a rough neighborhood where they gonna get picked on if they're smart.
True.
Like, shit, I'm telling my son right now, he 12, finna go to 7, junior high. His first junior high experience.
I don't know what neighborhood y'all motherfuckers lived in.
No,
we protected the smart kids.
I was gonna say that too. There's some of that.
But eventually you gotta let their hand go after a while though. And they gotta walk down the street by themselves.
Everybody know, don't touch him, don't
You know what I'm
touch
saying?
them, don't.
You can only protect them to the front door. But inside that schoolhouse, it's a different fucking animal. Like, kids is mean, bro, amongst each other.
No, they are.
So you can protect them from the worldly ways because they live in that neighborhood. If you like got gang ties, yeah, you ain't gonna get beat up walking home. But as far as socially behind them walls, your kid can get fucking, he might want to shoot the school up because you made him feel like shit off one fucking thing that he didn't raise his hand on. Everybody laughed. And to me, I blame teachers for that, even that shit. Like, man, when everybody in the teacher laughing at that one nigga, hey, man, you need to stop that shit right then and there, teacher. You need to be like, hey, you know what? All y'all motherfuckers finna write lines right now. Because laughing at this student, I love this student just like I love all y'all. And you ain't finna single out one of mine.
Damn.
So
that
therefore, powerful right then and there, instantly. No kid want to sit around and pass their time. They all off into the new now shit. So they ain't trying to sit in no class no long to be doing lines. So therefore, respect your peer. And that's what we gotta get back to. Somewhere down the line, these kids that's out right now, they had the parents where it was the twerk mamas and shit. Mm-hmm. And they was the mamas that was at the clubs, all that shit. So when did you learn some kind of respect or something? That wave you missed. Your daddy was a trapper, you was a twerker.
Damn it, man.
Boom. So that wave happened. It was between the 90s, it was between 2001 from the Usher, AA, the motherfucking Lil Jon era crunk and shit. Bitches was twerking and all that shit all over again. That was at least a 10-year span. So that means, you know what I'm saying?
A lot of hoeing going on.
Hey, so some kids was made off that, off the crunk twerk shit.
Yeah, it was.
Just like it was Isley Brother kids and all that other shit. It was twerk kids, bro. And them right here. All the little baby Atlanta dreadhead kids running around, tight pants, color hair. Them kids. Because your mama was in the club. You ain't had no time to really show you the game. Your daddy was too busy trying to get with the next chick. So that left you like clueless. Whatever was on, what's on TV right now? Motherfucking Rick and Morty and shit. And goddammit, Proud Family and motherfucking Family Guy and all that shit. So that's where you got your time from. Your knowledge. Your mama wasn't there, so you have to watch them. So the shit they showed you on these cartoon reality shows, like, you know what I mean? That's what you got your knowledge off of. So now I can go out here and display that shit. My mama, she don't even know nothing about this. Because your mama ain't finna watch that kind of shit. Even though she was around when that shit was on, she just left you at home watching that shit. So what you watching? Family Guy, Proud Guy, all that shit? That shit got cussing in it and all kind of shit. Mm-hmm. But it look innocent because it's a cartoon.
Right. And it's advanced in the motherfucker.
Boom. So like your kid going out here and you wonder why it's school shootings and all that because they chest out. They feel like they gotta stand for something that they believe in because they seen something that seemed like, hey, well, I'm gonna take a stand too then. Well, I'm gonna do that shit too then because these guys, little... Man, so that's where we at now. You had the crackhead babies, you had these babies, the baby boomers, you had these motherfuckers. Everybody came in on their time. You had the heroin babies, like the 70s kids and shit, pimp babies and shit, all that. This time right now is the twerk crunk babies.
You know what a lot of it be too? A lot of them star children still come from them tough scenarios as well because you know what, they see what they mama and daddy is doing and they choose a different route. Yeah, it be those, bro. And I said that to say like man, it's a beautiful paradigm that we in because just like you saying, there's those babies that are out there. I think the system is not correct because those little ones is like geniuses, like low key, like your daughter, bro. Like they so tapped in, bro. Like I look at my kids, and of course all parents think their kids is like bright, but I'm just talking about like the next generation. They just a little bit different. And what I found with my son is he acts out when he don't feel challenged, bro. So it's up to us to, keep their mind stimulated. And school just doesn't. I think that's what you're saying pretty much is what I found is school doesn't do a good job of doing that anymore. Maybe at one point it did. Like, I don't know if it ever did, you know what I mean? Properly.
I don't think so either.
Not in. I think maybe like if it was more of a community setting.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
not when it's like we take the children and we indoctrinate them how it is
And
now.
you want the teacher to be
whole
mom and
different
daddy
thing.
and teacher.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Kush and Chemtrails, the world's most dangerous podcast.